Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All noted as present. All board members are noted as present.
Okay, all board members are present. Do we have any public comment?
We do not at this time.
So motion to approve the board minutes of June 27th and the workshop minutes of August 8th. A motion? So moved. Any comments or questions? All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, Ms. Moyer?
Yes, thank you. Tonight, the board had an executive session to discuss a personnel matter.
Dr. Mann?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Reinhardt. Just a few things. First, I want to thank Mr. Pepe for his efforts. He put out a request for proposals for architect of record. We will be receiving those proposals for assistance in major maintenance projects that will soon be occurring within the district. Those likely will focus on HVAC and roof repair. And so we hope to have, is it on the 6th of September, Mr. Pepe, we have people coming in to give a look?
That is correct.
And, we'll have the committee, and I'm sure inviting the board for that consideration. I also want to note to the board that this morning we welcomed our new teachers to the district. We have had a tremendous, unexpectedly tremendous response to our postings. We're able to attract and bring on some extraordinarily talented teachers. And while we regret the great people who have moved on to losing the people who moved on to retirement, we are so excited about the group that are coming in, and we're so excited that our buildings are starting to get full of students who are involved in athletics. We're seeing our teaching staff coming in very regularly, as we have through the entire summer, and I believe we are ready to go in excitement for the 29th. So that is my report. Ms. Reinhardt, thank you.
Thank you. Curriculum and student and staff services. I have several motions here. A motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement for Title I equitable services between Southern Lehigh School District and Carbon Lehigh Intermediate Unit 21 per the attached agreement below. And a motion to approve the agreement between Carbon Lehigh Intermediate Unit 21 and Southern Lehigh School District for the Trans-Perfect Remote Interpreters products and services per the attached agreement. A motion to approve the annual contract renewal with, am I saying this correctly, Avena Healthcare for 2022-23 school year, primarily for board certified behavior and analyst services. And a motion to approve the annual contract renewal with Bayada Home Healthcare for 2022-2023 school year for nursing services for student 082201. Any comments or questions regarding these motions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motions are carrying. Business and Finance, Mr. Pepe.
Thank you, Madam President. Tonight we have a number of bill lists based on the time of year. Sorry, we have a cap on it. There we go. So based on the time of year, we have multiple bills list, starting with the July 18th, then we have the August 15th and the August 22nd. Unless there's any questions, most everything on there was pretty much standard fare. There was one large bill for Alvin Butts for about $197,000, right? There you go. And that was a cleanup of the water damage that happened, and that was all recouped through insurance. So that was, I believe, September, prior to me coming to the district in the high school. There was water damage in the one wing that went down into the classroom. So to remediate that, that was the lion's share of the cost for that. Any other questions on bills list? Okay. Other than that, we have the treasurer's report, and that's all pretty much standard. That was all put out on time. And the big ticket item we've kind of discussed multiple times at this point, we're finally taking the action. And that is on the interlocal agreement. And again, that was all good news. Board members who've been on for a while know that goes back a couple of years. And it started out around 600,000 and now it's down to around 200,000 and change. And again, big thank you to the township for getting the $990,000 grant that really helped bring the cost down. Outside of that, we have a number of property tax refunds that are on there. Again, pretty standard, nothing crazy there. And I think that's all I have.
That is all you have. So we need a motion to approve as stated in the agenda under number 8. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Those motions carry. Support services.
Yeah, under support services, we have the specialized transportation program agreement. This is for all of our special education population. Terms and conditions are already approved in a multi-year contract that expires June 30th, 2024. That contract was approved with pretty good terms for the district. It increases about 2.5% per year. And in this environment, that's a great contract. And that's with Norman Transportation.
Thank you. Motion? Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Pepe? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Any human resource announcements you'd like to share?
I have a few
Director.
announcements, yes. Number 10 has 18 items underneath it, human resources. There is a motion to approve an Act 93 administrator as our new middle school principal. We also have 5 teachers on the positions on the agenda. There are 3 IAs and 1 cafe monitor, and then a real lot of substitutes. Substitute teachers, we have 92 currently on the list. We have some more that will be pending. You'll see them next month. There are 49 IAs, cafe monitors, nurses, secretaries, custodians, and food service. So multiple people on the agenda to be serving as substitutes for us. Yes.
I have a question on the subs. Where did we start? Where were we at the beginning of last?
So
school year?
it's very hard to tell because there were numerous subs in the system that hadn't worked for years and they were never removed. So I don't know where we started last year. I know we've instituted our own guest teacher program. We're not using IU21's program anymore because now we're getting more local folks here that want to work in Southern Lehigh. So we've instituted that and we're getting people that are working on a more regular basis. I would have that answer for you next year as we're starting with 92, probably closer to 100 by the time we get done with this, in September. And then I can get a better average or a better feel on what we need and who's working and who's not.
So the current list of 99 includes active substitutes?
They're all active substitutes. Yes.
Yeah, on that list of substitutes, it looks like they're repeating names. So just for cleaning up the, unless I'm wrong, because there are a couple of that are the same there. Kelly Storack.
They're for different positions.
They are, okay.
And they're listed
Great.
again.
So I was wondering if it was or not.
If
Okay.
you are a sub for a teacher and then you're approved for an IA, you can go in for either one of those. And then secretarial. or
Thank
one of the
you.
positions.
Thank you for all your efforts. Any other questions? Go ahead, Dr. Street.
I had a question, and I don't know if Dr. Mahan can help with this as well. I mean, I'm really encouraged. I'm happy that we have been so successful with respect to hiring more teachers to fill some necessary positions in time for the school year. I'm just curious what this does with respect to projections for class sizes. At this point, we should probably have a better idea. I had concerns earlier. I'm just curious as we return to school soon, where we are with that roughly,
Sure. I think we, at elementary, I I think we actually expanded the number of teachers over last year
Right.
because of increases in enrollment. Anecdotally, we see continued registration because they're coming into the central office.
Okay.
I think the only two positions we rolled back were social studies positions, one at the high school and one at the middle school.
Correct.
And I know there was some, question as to whether it was going to be 25 or 29 at the middle school.
That is still, I think, probably shaking out with what classes and what sections individuals are in. So I can certainly try to I will get a breakdown of what class size actually are. But I don't have that specific information to you.
Okay, and I didn't ask
So
you ahead
we'll
of
be able
time,
to
so-
find that. for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So can I have a motion as stated under number 10 for all the HR actions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
I do want to congratulate all those who are hired, but especially want to acknowledge Mrs. Webb, who will be taking on this new role and responsibility. And Dr. Donahue for his years of service here. So, congratulations. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't give you an opportunity to say that. Okay, where are we? I'm lost in paper here.
Committee reports.
Okay, do we have committee reports?
Mike's done a very good job of updating on the.
Microphone, please.
So many years. Mike has done a very good job of updating on facilities on a regular basis, but we did have 2 meetings this month of August. The first and the third Tuesday of the month. And we continued to discuss the project in terms of the stadium project and go through some concerns as far as the proposed budgeting for that, reviewed it, and they had ongoing conversations as far as the administration with the potential vendor that we're looking at and finding where we could find savings. I think in general, we're down at least $500,000 from the 6.5 million down to about 600,000 currently. And we anticipate bringing that to the board very soon for the full discussion and for a vote to go forward. We also are ongoing review of the IS building and the brick concerns. And that project, if I'm remembering the timing correctly, we should have a report towards the end or middle to end of October.
That is my recollection, correct?
Yep. And we're looking forward to that. And once we have the report and we know what the remediation should entail, then we can look at the budget and the spend that we will have for that and scheduling of that. And those were the 2 primary things that we've discussed in facilities during the past month.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions or comments for Mr. Lysette or the members of the Facilities Committee or administration? The LCTI board and IU boards have not met, I think, for the past 2 months, so I don't have any updates for LCTI, and I don't believe you've had any updates on it. Okay. Any new business?
I just thought of a question. I've received more requests or, questions with respect to the AP seminar, which came up during the last meeting. So I know that we made every effort and unfortunately we're unable to get that in place for the beginning of the school year. So I'm just curious because I know there were some students, I guess, that have been placed in another class automatically, but not all of them were placed in the same one. Is this typically a semester class? Is there any way we could try to get it in for the second semester? Just throwing out options if you could share with the public potentially who have these concerns.
Yeah, we are looking into that option. It would not probably land in January. It's a year-long course, and sometimes it takes almost a 2 or 3 month review.
Okay.
And all the independent requires certification teacher.
Right.
So it would be up and running for the next school year.
And this isn't anything we could offer through, just thinking out loud, through the dual enrollment processes that we've thought about. Just throwing it out there as I know it's listed as an AP and that would obviously not be the same then, but just something analogous.
I know that the administration and the counselors are meeting with families
Okay.
specifically impacted to provide options and alternatives.
Okay.
Some was a nice segue to AP Psych.
Right, yeah.
Others had already taken it, but will have the opportunity to take it next
Okay.
year when we're up and running.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other business?
I just had a follow-up question. I know we were really excited about offering that, and it was a new course this year, so it's understandable that, couldn't get it up and running once that teacher, left. Are there any other local districts that you're aware of that run that course? And is there any opportunity for perhaps a reciprocal agreement since schools have been set up for remote attendance of classes due to, there are silver linings to COVID, and we've kind of learned how to have kids participate in class as students. Would there be the possibility of a reciprocal agreement with a local district that is also offering this course? It just literally dawned on me as I was sitting here. I thought I'd ask if we knew
I can
it.
certainly work with Mr. Miller to make some outreach and do some formal. I know we did try that with a local school district for a course. And there was not a partnership. The school district was willing to.
Right, sure.
For their students for hours at that point, but it certainly.
Okay, thanks.
Any comments or questions on, for information only section of the agenda? Okay. House visitors or comments? Those meeting comments?
No, those are the comments.
Motion to adjourn. Oh, second. Is everyone in favor? Aye. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your summertime.